Part 1. White Clouds. Verdant Rain Moon. Tower of Black Winds. The ceaseless rains that satiate the verdant landscape of Fodlan are accompanied by fierce winds and mighty roars of thunder. This abundance of rain, sparkling as it falls against beams of emerging sunlight, is a constant reminder to the people of Fodlan that nature is ever wild and unpredictable. For when the rain finally does take pause, the clouds part and give way to a glorious rainbow.
Yeah, it's a pretty darn glorious rainbow, I gotta agree there. Pretty darn glorious. Move your units to advantageous terrain and prepare to meet the enemy. Dang it, I haven't been doing that. I don't know how to do that. Run, Byleth, do laps! Do laps across the loading screen. There are new places to explore in the monastery. Eat. 5,000 bucks.
I have a new mission for you, Professor. I would like for you to take your students into Kingdom territory to eliminate some thieves.
They stole a hero's relic from House Gautier of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, the Lance of Ruin. Their leader's name is Miklan. He is apparently a disowned son of House Gautier.
Why was he disowned?
I believe it had something to do with his lack of a crest. Such happenings are fairly common within the kingdom.
The Crestless cannot unleash the goddess's power even if they possess a relic. Nonetheless, they are still capable of simply wielding those weapons.
The hero's relics are immensely powerful weapons. We must meet this threat with adequate force. Unfortunately, most of the Knights of Seiros are away from the monastery, purging the apostates of the Western Church. So we are entrusting you with this mission. After all, you wield the Sword of the Creator, which is more than capable of opposing any relic.
The Sword of the Creator is a powerful weapon well beyond the other relics. You have nothing to fear. However, to ensure that no harm comes to the students, we will also send the monastery's most skilled individuals to aid you.
I must remind you that you are expected to conduct yourself in a manner befitting the wielder of that holy sword. Also, you should know that Professor Hanneman has been looking for you. That is all.
Hey, Teach. I gotta say, I never would have guessed you were a descendant of the King of Liberation. You didn't forget, did you? That story I told you about a relic that could cut a mountain in half? That relic was the Sword of the Creator, the very same used by Nemesis, the King of Liberation.
What are you talking about?
Don't be coy, Teach. The Sword of the Creator could only be wielded by Nemesis. If you can use it too, that can only mean you have that Bloodline's crest.
I don't understand.
Fine, keep your secrets. But just so you know, I don't understand isn't gonna cut it here at the monastery. Speaking of, Professor Hanneman has been looking for you. He probably wants to examine your crest with those crazy instruments of his. Actually, sounds amusing. Maybe I'll tag along.
If it isn't my little Claude, what has you so worked up?
Judith? What are you doing here?
That's Lady Judith to you, boy. I told you, until you're in charge, I expect you to address me with all due respect. Anyway, I'm here to retrieve you. Duke Regan's condition has taken a turn for the worse.
Are you saying the old man's on his deathbed?
No, it's not that bad. But in the state he's in, he won't be able to participate in the next Roundtable conference. He wants you to go in his stead. I volunteered to play the messenger.
Well, thanks for that. Oh, and Teach, this is Judith, also known as the hero of House Daphnel.
So you're little Claude's teacher, are you? How much trouble has he been giving you?
Plenty.
If her nickname didn't give it away, you should know that Judith, Lady Judith, is the leader of the famous House Daphnel of the Leicester Alliance. She used to be a big deal at the Roundtable conferences, but it seems of late she's been reduced to a mere...
You had better shut that mouth before I put my boot in it, you tactless nuisance. Now come on, let's get going. Sorry, Professor, but I need to borrow the boy for a bit.
I suppose we'll have to finish our chat later. Sorry, Teach. But don't you worry. I'll be back in time for our next mission. All right, Judith, let's get going.
It's Lady... I suppose you are the active leader for the time being. Fair enough, boy. Fair enough.
Good of you to come, Professor. I've heard much about you lately. Specifically, that you are able to awaken the Sword of the Creator's power. Thusly, it seems the true nature of your crest has been uncovered. I had, of course, seen your crest before. However, at first, I failed to recognize its true nature. Eventually, it dawned on me that what is visible is perhaps merely a small part of a greater whole. In other words, your crest is too significant to be detected when using normal instruments. After this discovery, I began researching crests that might fit that description, which allowed for a temporary hypothesis. However, I could not be certain. The crest my conclusions led me to was far too unusual. A crest thought to have disappeared from this world in the millennium since the fall of Nemesis, the King of Liberation. The crest of flames. That is what you possess.
Crest of flames.
Your ability to wield the Sword of the Creator has unequivocally proven my hypothesis. A legendary power, dormant since time immemorial and now resurrected. There can be no doubt that this ancient power resides within you.
No longer the mystery crest, then. Oh? Raphael would like to speak with me. I wonder, does he need motivation? Well.
Great timing, Professor. I was just going to come find you. Are you busy? I have a question about formations. I don't understand them at all. Are the speed of battle and the terrain connected somehow? There's too much to memorize.
You don't have to remember everything.
I don't? Then what do I have to know? I think I understand the basics. To start, you just... Ah, okay. I think I've got it. Thanks for the help, Professor. Brains and brawn. You've really got it all. With your help, I should have no trouble becoming a proper knight.
Why do you want to be a knight?
Huh? Didn't I tell you? My parents were merchants of the Alliance. They died in an accident. That's why it's up to me to look after my little sis. I'm not great with bookkeeping, so I don't think I'd make a good merchant. I talked to Grandpa, and he suggested I become a knight. So I sold all our valuables and used the money to pay my way into the academy. My sis won't survive if I get kicked out, so I can't give up now.
Did you consider being a mercenary?
I might have tried being a mercenary if I didn't have my little sis to look after. I probably shouldn't say this, but being a mercenary does sound like an easier life. Mercenaries have no responsibilities, and no one else to worry about. But someone's got to take care of my little sis, so that's out of the question. Serving as a knight in a noble house is more secure, and you don't have to worry about dying unless there's a war. My sis has been through so much. I don't want her to have to worry about me. Hey, do you have any siblings, Professor?
No.
Then you probably think I'm missing out on my freedom, having to support her, huh? But working hard for my sister isn't too bad. Call it a burden, call it a challenge. If it makes my sister happy, I'm happy too. You should ask your father to have some more kids. Anyway, that's why I've got to become a proper knight.
Dang it, I didn't train him up last time. So no free motivation to go around this time. Unfortunito. Manuela's birthday. Oh no, I don't want to host a tea party for you. Ah, dang it, it's the best way to raise affinity though. Dang it. Gross. Okay, let's see here. Let's go to my page. Let's find Manuela. Okay, her favorite teas are apparently mint leaves and lavender blend. So right there, I don't have any mint leaves.
Thank you for your invitation. To what do I owe this surprise?
Well,
What
it was
a
on the
lovely
calendar.
Smell. I like this tea very much.
Neat. Offer some tea.
Thank you.
Offer the tea. Drink it. I love how those sleeves are just like a void. I mean, like, what else are you gonna have it be? And I know, right, Kenson? This is why I didn't want to do this. Because Manuela is just freaking creepy. Okay.
Yeah.
She likes that apparently, according to the site.
Huh?
Cooking mishaps. Apparently she likes that too.
Yeah.
What about Fodlan's future? Apparently she doesn't like it. A place we'd like to visit. Apparently she doesn't like that. Close calls.
Yeah.
Apparently Manuela likes close calls.
Who are you, really? Such a mystery. I don't really understand you. Tell me everything.
Apparently the valid answers are sigh and chat. Sigh.
Oh.
I don't know why. Like, that last prompt is always like, what the heck? Like, the other things you can usually at least guess a lot of the time for the people, but... Okay, well, let's see what you say if I do that.
Your
I'm curious.
gaze is sensuous. I don't hate it.
So apparently there's dialogue for looking at the face and the body, so... What does she say if... Can I not move it down? Oh, it's R. What does this make her say? Does it not make her say anything? Oh, there.
Every rose has its thorn. Every beautiful leg should have a dagger, don't you think?
No. Okay. Bye. Get me out of here. Menu! Come up! There we go!
Thanks for the treat. Come by the infirmary anytime you need anything. I'll be waiting, Professor.
Well, you'll be waiting a long time. Well, we got some additional charm. My goodness. Alright, it's probably about time to do some exploring, right? Yeah, time to do some exploring. Yeah, everybody's motivation just goes up the tiniest little smidge when I'm the MVP. 100% of players explored. Nobody wants a battle today. Should I be like the first person to battle? Anyway. Hold on a hot second. Hold on a hot second. What other classes can I... Ooh, we could always get Dark Mage. Would I want to have Life Taker on Lorenz, though? Let's work up towards Fiendish Blow for now. Let's just have this available, just in case we want to give him Desperation, because it's not a bad skill. Not half bad.
Was there any doubt?
I mean, there kind of was. Raphael. Ooh. We could potentially unlock Armored Knight on him. Let's unlock Brawler for now. And then we'll unlock Armored Knight next time. Methinks?
Yeah! I passed!
Yeah! Ignatz can potentially... I mean, we could have him practice swords some more. Mercenary. And get him Vantage, which is an okay skill. Is what we could do. I could work on mastering Archer for now, though.
I can't believe I did it.
Like, hit plus 20, in addition to his, like, hit plus 20 that he gets as his personal skill. It could be very good and maddening, considering the hit rates suck. You know? So, I mean, may as well. May as well have a Master Archer. It'll probably actually come in handier than Vantage, honestly.
Perfect comprehension.
Honestly. Okay. I mean, I can try. Oh, heck yeah! Sweet.
I actually passed?
Yeah, so we'll have to create a class maxing machine for Marianne. When next we get the chance. Do I have the blacksmith now? Maybe during exploration? I don't know. Maybe. Whoa. Sure, 14 of them. Sure. Marketplace. No, not marketplace. Certifications, that's where it is. I'm losing my mind. Okay. So, wow, we could potentially go into Archer just off of, you know, just off of the bow practice that we had in that one battle. Like, we can try it just for fun. Maybe later. Maybe later. You can work on that for now anyway. That's what you can do. We are gonna need Mercenary to be mastered. Is the case. Maybe I'll have to give you that sword back.
That hard work's paid off.
That Iron Sword Plus. Maybe. Yeah, let's put that away. And then where's that Iron Sword Plus that we had before? There we go. Also, support conversations I might do during the next exploration. Like, this is how I'm trying to, like, distribute like content in these episodes to be more balanced. Like, during my first exploration, it's always over an hour anyway. So I figure I may as well save all those support conversations for, like, the next exploration or the next battle or whatever the heck, you know? That's what I figure. To balance out a little bit the duration of each of these episodes. So we're not going to look at the thingamabobs yet. Ooh, we can unlock Archer, for sure. But let's get it unlocked. Maybe we'll stay as Thief for now. Maybe.
Huh. What a relief.
And maybe I should be training her in, you know, magic in the classroom more. Maybe. Might be a good idea. Let's get Deathblow before we go after Vantage. I'll just get this unlocked for now. Methinks.
That was a breeze.
Methinks. Yeah, let's just get some classes unlocked so that we have the option to change into them later. Is a good plan. Neat.
Was there ever any doubt?
Not really, since you had a 100% chance to pass. 64, huh? 64, you say? Yeah, at some point we'll have to look into those special classes. Maybe. Yeah, let's just unlock some classes. Just unlock some classes here and there, how about?
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. But yeah, let's not change into it though. Not exactly. Alright, time to do some exploring, methinks. Time to explore around. What do you have to say, Sothis?
A stone? A stone.
Yeah.
I do not understand. Yet, as I think
Well.
of it, the pounding in my chest grows faster still.
Hints.
But is that me? Or is it you?
I think it's probably both. Well, that's gonna be a mystery for later. Alright, let's extend the map a little bit. Oh, is this gonna unlock the... Oh, it totally is, isn't it? It's gonna unlock the thing over here, isn't it? Can we finally start using this? And then can we maybe finally start using the blacksmith too? Sweet.
Hey, I could use a hand.
I could use a hand. Professor, have you really never visited the sauna? It's popular with the students, the knights, everyone really. It's the perfect place to relax and wash your worries away. Give it a try. There you go, the sauna, located between the training grounds and your personal quarters. Talk to the sauna boss to access it. Oh yeah, by the way, do we not have Claude for this month? No, apparently we do. I was about to say, like, after the opening cutscene here. Well, yoink. The sauna. You can invite someone to join you at the sauna, where you'll both strengthen your bond and improve your physical condition. Relax in the sauna without overheating, and both participants will see improved results in faculty training or instruction they received during this moon. Yeah, so that could be very, very nice at making my allies stronger faster. There are two options that will increase how warm the characters are. Choosing stay longer warms up the characters a little, while choosing increased steam will warm them up a lot. As they warm up, the gauge will increase. Choose leave to depart the sauna. The gauges will fill up as the units get warmer. The goal is to reach the black line, which indicates when a unit has become relaxed. If the units share a close bond, it's possible that they'll become relaxed and glow even before the gauge reaches the black line. The characters that get too warm in the sauna run the...
Did you just see that guy? The spooky ghost guy. What? He like phased through yeah, you. Yeah, I'm talking about you. You're gonna haunt me? Are you a ghost or something? If this happens, the visit to the sauna will end. Keep a close eye on how warm the characters are to prevent this from happening. If the protagonist leaves the sauna feeling refreshed and has a glow about them, they'll see improved results from faculty training or instruction. If both the protagonist and the guest are glowing and feeling refreshed, they'll see a bigger improvement in faculty training or instruction. Look, he phased through the ground again. Look at this. Hello, Ringmaster. How's it going? Hold on. Whoa. What the heck? You. That's twice now. You've just like phased into the ground. Are you gonna do it again? Are you on a cycle? Hold on a hot second. I'm watching you. Are you gonna go to the right and phase it to the ground again? I have my camera off because, you know. Yeah, I have the camera off right now because he's gonna do it on the right side, I think. Are you? I don't want to block it. Are you gonna phase through the ground? He's not phasing through the ground anymore. Okay, that was weird. Anyway, how you doing today, Ringmaster? Maybe I should give some experience to Claude. Get like some extra points in the classroom. Doing good, that's good to hear. I'm doing alrighty. I've been playing some Three Houses for a good while today. Let's increase Steam. Having a good time with it. Trying out Maddening mode for the first time. It's definitely fun. It's, oh my goodness. Maybe not quite as challenging as I hoped it would be, but I'm also kind of making my units OP. So, you know, that could also explain that. Yeah, let's stay longer. Is what we'll do. Try to get onto the black line. Okay, I'm onto the green. He's on the black line. Let's just leave. In that case. Now Claude's all glowy and stuff. Nice. Claude feels refreshed. I don't feel refreshed, though. Yeah, I know I could have stayed longer.
I asked you.
Well, I bet you're feeling refreshed and relaxed and ready to take on the world. Make as much use of the sauna as you want. There's never a bad time to take a break. Sweet. So, yeah, let's give a few people buffs for this month. Probably characters that I'm training in weird things. Haven't gotten that far in Three Houses. Like, this is my third playthrough out of 4. And we're probably, when it comes to my YouTube series on this, we're probably around part 200-ish. Like, we're probably getting really close. I'm not sure how this stream is going to cut up into parts yet, since I'm still streaming, but we're probably coming very close to part 200 if we're not already at it. I'm training Yuri and Axes. Yeah, it's a long series. If I pull up I've kind of streamed a lot of Fire Emblem Three Houses. I think this is my 45th time streaming it. Actually, no, I think this is my 46th time streaming this game. I think. Hold on a hot second. If we go to YouTube real quick. Apparently I have a bunch of notifications. Hold on, let's go to playthroughs. Let's find Fire Emblem Three Houses real quick. Where is it? Go on, load. Because I started a while back. Like, this is in reverse chronological order. These are all the playthroughs I've done since then. We started a while back when the game first came out. So, yeah, we started with the Black Eagles route into the Academy route, which was 60 parts long. So that was the end of that. And then we started Blue Lions, and I started really taking my time with it and trying to get crazy builds going and stuff like that. So instead of being 60 parts, Blue Lions wound up being 105 parts long. So Blue Lions, I believe, ends on part 165 then? I believe it is if we scroll down. Yep, there it is, part 165, Blue Lions. And look how long the episodes are as well. These are not short episodes. This is a long game. Like, these are not like short 20-minute kind of episodes. These are, you know, anywhere from, this is a one really short one because it made sense for the cutscenes, but typically these are anywhere from like 45 minutes to 2 hours long each. Why do you do this to yourself? Because I can't help myself. So that was part 165. Then I did the DLC side story, which is a much shorter thing. So that was only 10 parts. So we went from part 166 to part 175 for that. And now we've started uploading parts for Golden Deer and such. So once this cuts up into parts, yeah, we're probably not at part 200 yet. Considering I doubt this stream is going to cut up into 11 parts to add on to that, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe next stream we'll get up to part 200.
So, you know. So, you know, I've kind of been doing a lot of streams of this game. Like, hold on, what stream are we on right now? I can check real quick if I load up my thumbnails for Fire Emblem Three Houses, since I archive it on Twitch as well. We're currently on stream 47. Alright, so right now, this is the 47th time I've streamed Fire Emblem Three Houses on this channel. Fun fact. Fun fact, I guess. But yeah, who are Yuri and the other DLC people? Who are these people? They're the 4 characters introduced with the expansion pass with the DLC. They are from an area known as Abyss that's supposed to be like an underground area underneath the monastery. And after you do the short DLC side story, as you can see, it only took 10 parts as opposed to like 60 or 105. I wonder how long Golden Deer is going to take me. They have a short DLC side story, but once you've done it, you can then recruit them in the main save files. So I now have these 4 in the main save files. And then Anna was like a DLC unit from earlier. Like way before. But yeah, these 4 just came out in February. You've never seen this DLC thing or heard about it? Yeah, so it adds a side story. Like, it has its own different save files and such. It's only about, like, maybe 10 hours long, something like that. It's nothing too crazy. Hard classic mode of that DLC is actually really challenging and really crazy. You have preset units. They all start at, like, level 20 and only have a couple reclass options. So what you have is, like, very much kind of set in stone, or like maybe not completely set in stone. There's a little bit of customizability, but not as much as the main game. So because of that, the devs were able to design levels very much around what they knew you had. So a hard classic mode of that is basically as hard as it can be with what you have without it being impossible. It was certainly a wacky challenge, let me tell you. But yeah, it introduced those 4 units. There's 4 new classes, 4 special new classes. Like, each of them have their own kind of canon class out of all those. It's certainly interesting, I gotta say. Well, I'm getting close to the bar faster this time. Oh, nice. Maybe we can both get to the black bar at the same time? Alright, you're golden and I'm, like, close-ish. Works for me, I guess. Neat. They feel very refreshed. Yeah, maybe I'll come back to the sauna if I have some extra points at the end after we increase motivation and such, methinks. Methinks. But yeah, so we've got these, if I turn off my camera here, these 4 units right here. And they're pretty nice. They're all very solid units, I gotta say. And each of the classes that they introduce is also a magic wielding class, which is nice. Yoink. Hi, Dudu. How you doing?
The Western Church.
He does kind of look like it. Like Byleth a little,
the
doesn't he?
Goddess, but oppose one another.
And welcome back,
It's a
SCMU.
complicated place.
Welcome back. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Also, by the way, I was about to say when you joined the Discord server earlier, SCMU. By the way, if you link your Discord account to your Twitch account, the server will automatically put you in the subscribers role, which will then give you the 7 sub emotes universally across Discord. So if at some point you go into like Discord settings and link it to your Twitch account, then for the next month you'll have, you know, my emotes across Discord if you're interested, and you get to be in the subs role.
Professor, the heroes'
So
relics
yeah,
are incredibly
but yeah, the
powerful.
sauna's pretty nice,
Please, be on
as
your
you
guard.
say. But yeah, it's something neat to do. So all the sub emotes that we have become universal across Discord for
Her face looks
for any subs
familiar.
when the accounts are linked. Yeah, I'm sure it does look familiar, doesn't it? A Lance tournament. And it's just an intermediate seal. It's not that important. It's not that important to do that. Alrighty. If I usually do this at the end of my exploration. I can do it now. If you haven't seen any of the DLC stuff, Ringmaster. Gonna lurk because that's what you do most streams? Alrighty. But this is the new area. So this is the kind of equivalent of the monastery that you explore in the DLC side story. And you can also just go to it whenever you want in regular explorations in the main game once you've done the DLC side story. Like a little kind of mini underground area with its own facilities and such and such. So this is the Abyss. This is the Abyss. We have a statue over here where we can basically trade items for renown and redeem renown for different items and such. It basically turns renown into a universal kind of currency, which is really neat. Who dis? It's a rogue who hasn't loaded in yet.
In Abyss? Balthus, probably.
Balthus is pretty solid.
He's definitely the most cunning. Constance is the strongest with magic. The most dangerous of them all, though? Happy. You've heard the rumors, haven't you?
No. No, I haven't actually.
No.
But yeah, so these are some of the new units.
You're a busy one, aren't you? Always on the road. Being a professor seems like a tough gig. Back when I was first enrolled here, we rarely traveled. The Battle of the Eagle and Lion was about it. This really stirs up the old memories. When I took part,
the Think Ringmaster
may have been my fault. It's hard to believe, but I was pretty rash back then.
Happy is also. I
can join in again
sorry.
this year.
He's still talking.
Pull some strings and make it happen, yeah?
Happy is one of 3 units in the game that actually uses dark magic. Is it black magic? Is it dark magic? Whatever the other kind of spells are that are used by Lysathea and Hubert as well. The kind of magics that they get. Happy's the 3rd one that gets access to that kind of magic.
I know that guy. In Northern Fargus, he's pretty well known. And not in a good way. The guy does what he pleases. Attacking towns in Margrave Gautier's territory relentlessly. Stealing food and even abducting women.
That's rude.
I may be the leader of a bunch of thugs, too. But I'm nothing like that slime bag.
Lysathea is the best dark magic wielder. Happy's coming close, though. Like, in terms of power, she's kind of starting to delete everyone. So I kind of have 2 Lysatheas now. Lysathea and Happy. Where people might compare you.
A bit. I've got folks who follow my lead. But the similarities end there. A hero's relic can turn a slimeback like Miklon into a knight. I know you've got one of those shinies yourself. But don't go doing anything reckless.
I mean, I stored it in the convoy. I kind of stored it in the convoy. Alright, let's see if there's any items in the scrap heap over here this time. Iron lance, a broken iron bow. Ooh, I can use that for training purposes. Just leave it broken. That's what we can do.
Need something.
So this is the influencer here. Why did it show influencer with a different look earlier? Like, in the notes thing on the loading screen. I'm so confused. Hey, Happy. Hi.
Nice sword, Chatterbox. I like how it lights up. That's a neat trick.
Yeah, it's a glowy sword.
Now that you have it, the church is going to want to use your power for their own ends. Are you going to let that happen?
Well, I can stab them. No.
Good. Glad to hear it.
I do whatever I want with my glowy sword.
You're too good to become one of their stooges.
Can we all marry? Is that supposed to say Claude? Hold on, what's that a typo of? Also, by the way, so the gatekeeper. Yeah, I don't think I can, though. I don't think so. Can't spell, understandable. Also, the gatekeeper in the monastery is always like, greetings, professor, nothing to report. Whereas the gatekeeper down here is like, hey you, I've got something to report.
Hey you, listen up. I've got something to report. Actually, if I recall correctly, which is my job and passion, there were reportable happenings up top as well. That's why I'm still stuck with Mr. Backup. I'm still here by request of Lord Sedith. You can never be too vigilant. Truth be told, I'm used to the guy by now. Not Yuri, though. He shoots him a pointed glare every time he walks by. How Yuri is that?
But yeah, so in the monastery, it's always, greetings, professor, nothing to report. In Abyss, it's always, hey you, listen up, I've got something to report. It's such a meme, and the developers know it. I love it.
Elfric used to use his position in the church to look out for Abyss. He basically set this whole place up for us. Then some scandal or other forced him out. Gotta wonder what got the church so riled up.
Also, if you don't know anything about the DLC Ringmaster, I highly recommend looking up the OST of the DLC. The final boss theme of the DLC side story is actually incredible. Hilgard and Dimitri fight each other, Claude just dips. Sounds about right.
What do you require?
I don't know how useful it is to really talk to this guy.
Let me see. Perhaps you'd have better luck with the animals of the monastery.
He doesn't like my units very much.
Now let me see. Ah yes, this one's growth is going quite well.
This one's growth is going quite well. Apparently, my res still sucks.
Fare thee well.
I don't really need to, you know, talk to him to know that, though. I can just look at my res stat and know that it sucks. So, I mean... not super useful, I suppose. Not exactly. But it's a thing. Yeah, I should go feed my students before using the sauna or any faculty training or anything like that. Is probably a good idea. You've been Valorant lately? I've heard something going around Twitch called Valorant. I have no idea what it means. I've just heard something on Twitch about a Valorant drop. Something like that, and I have no idea what any of it means. I don't know. I've seen people mention my Discord server like, hey, anybody have the Valorant drop? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't know.
I'm not secretly eating cake.
I believe you. Valorant. Isn't that what I was saying? I'll take your word for it.
You're getting pretty good at talking through the door, Professor.
Yeah, I'm a natural. Oh yeah, I should maybe ask somebody for mission assistance this month. No, I wasn't saying it like that. I wasn't? I did some gardening. Hi. Harvest. Golden apple. Whoa. Okay, what do we want to plant this time? Something that I have 5 of. Okay, root vegetable seeds, I suppose. And then cultivate with that. Cool. Valor ain't? But, wasn't I saying Valor? I don't even know.
Just awful what happened with the rite of
I was saying
rebirth.
Valorant, right?
The infirmary.
Like,
well,
isn't it?
It was a mess.
Basically the same
Things
thing.
are finally calm
Valorant,
again.
Valorant.
And so I've
It's like-
come here to unwind.
I'm certain I wasn't saying Valor
I
ain't.
put all of my knowledge to
I'm
use
fairly
keeping
certain,
those
though.
kids alive. Still, the truth of it
This is the
is
stare
that
of someone who doesn't
when
care.
someone faces death for the first time, well, they figure out who they are. They learn if they can do it again. We can't lose them, Professor. Not to battle or to cowardice.
The Byleth stare.
If you can keep them going, then I will too.
I feel like I should just... Yeah, we'll protect them. I feel like I should just have my camera off for, like, a good part of explorations. Because a good part of it is just, like, cutscenes anyway. And I feel awkward just having my camera on, just staring at it happening like an idiot.
The next mission is to rout bandits in the kingdom, is it not? I find the idea unsettling. Though the bandits have captured a large prize, they are insignificant in and of themselves. The matter would be more appropriately dealt with by Margrave Gautier or the Fargus royal family. I grant that I am most likely jumping at shadows, but I fear that if Fargus is weakened, the tipped scales will lead to widespread unrest.
Maybe. I'm kind of tempted to see what happens if I give her a gift when she's all, like, moody like that.
I grant that I feel...
I mean, oh, her motivation's maxed anyway.
Hi.
Then hi. Yoink. Oh, someone just left a trout there. Cool. Isn't that neat? Hi, Flane.
Why is that fish so still? Wait, is it swimming sideways? Perhaps it is resigned to its woeful fate of being plucked from the water and eaten. Ah, Professor, you are so outgoing with all of the students. I would like to have more opportunities to connect with you, though I'm certain my brother would disapprove.
I'm sure he's watching even now. Oh, view
Might you
quest.
help me with a favor?
Cannot believe how poorly maintained the saint statues are. Just look at them. Flutter at their feet as though that is even remotely acceptable. Alright, so this is the tutorial for the saint statues that I already have maxed out completely. Pick up debris in front of the saint statues. I'll do that when I get the chance. We already have all the statues maxed out, so I mean... When is the market over here gonna open and I can start buying gifts for people? Is that what this is?
I could use your help.
Bandits have overrun my trade route. Please, can you clear them out so the merchants can reach the monastery? Oh, that's literally what this is then. You will need to go to battle to complete certain quests. Choose the battle option on your day off. Will do. So then we'll get some merchants here and then we can start buying some gifts for some nerds. Oh, the blacksmith is finally going to be available. I'm running low on supplies. Soon I won't have anything left for forging weapons or making repairs. Sorry to bother you with this, but can you fetch some materials for me? Okay. Yes, let's get that sorted out. So that we can actually start using the blacksmith. That'd be wonderful. What's this? Iron welding material. Perfect. Talk!
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Oh, come to think of it, last month there was something to report, wasn't there? Thanks to you, I hear that everything was resolved. I never realized that bandits had entered. I'm not a great guard after all, am I? I hope you will forgive me one day.
Don't worry, I can always forgive you, Gatekeeper. Don't you worry.
Knew I could count on you.
How helpful. So, you want me to repair that sword? Give you the necessary materials for free just this once. Neat.
Hey there.
So now we can finally access this here. Should I maybe make this into an Iron Axe Plus? Potentially for double attacks here and there. Might be a good idea. Killer Axe is heavy, isn't it? Or we could just break it and then, you know, have a broken axe in the convoy for, you know, training purposes. That might actually be a better idea. Just purposefully breaking some weapons and then replacing them by buying new ones. I think I might actually do that because it can be handy to have some broken weapons around here and there.
Come back anytime.
For going after mages over and over again to get class experience and such, you know?
Professor,
Maybe I'll break it on
please
purpose.
leave Sylvain alone for the time being. The thing is, the bandits' leader who stole the relic is Sylvain's disinherited older brother.
Yes. Hey!
Hail, Professor.
Oh, hi, Gilbert.
If I may introduce myself.
Alright, take care, Ringmaster. Appreciate you stopping
My
by.
life has been spent as a dedicated knight. I am to accompany you on your assignment.
Oh?
I may have slowed a step in recent
Oh yeah, he
years,
does, doesn't he?
But I pledge to you the full extent of my abilities.
I remember, he comes along this way. It's a pleasure to meet you.
No, Professor. The pleasure is all mine, I assure you.
What a nice guy. Alright, apparently we have another DLC quest over here. Oh, gross.
It seems that our next mission is another bandit hunt. This time I've heard that their leader is the son of a noble family. What a complete disgrace to the nobility.
Oh, Lorenz.
Hey there, Professor.
What's this?
I've been hearing about you a lot lately. Word on the street is you wield some amazing sword.
Yeah.
If you ever want to sell it to me, I'd pay top G. Just kidding. Sorta. It's, not for sale, is it?
Not exactly. View quest. Sell Anna the Sword of the Creator.
Hey, how about a favor?
It seems that there are some rare, valuable secrets circulating on the battlefield. I'd like you to collect a number of these for me, should you have the opportunity to do so. Another one of these. Do we just get to keep on doing them? Like, over and over or something? Like, hold on. Can I get free motivation off of anybody with a support conversation? Doesn't look like, so I mean I may as well just feed everybody, like, right now. Should I? Alright, so Claude, Lorenz, Ignatz, Marianne, Isathea. Let's see. Let's get my students fed so they actually pay attention in class.
That smell
is what I'll do. Let's make sure that they actually are paying attention in class. Not that one. Alright, so Happy, Ignatz, Lorenz, Marianne. So who's gonna be the last two? So that'll be Happy and Lorenz. Hopefully there's something that they can share. Hopefully there's something both of them can have and enjoy, I hope. We'll see. We shall see. I just read them out and I already forgot who they were. It was Happy and... who else? Lorenz. Happy and Lorenz, huh? What's Lorenz like? Oh, perfect. Fantastic. Now all my students are gonna love me. So maybe I should use some more of those points on the sauna, perhaps. Maybe. To make my students learn even better.
You there!
You there! Silverfish! I'll grab all the things. Now I can actually start putting these teas to use. Yoink, did I miss anything? I don't think so. Let's go to the Holy Tomb. Let's go to the Holy Tomb real quick. Also, my stream's been stable at 5,000 bitrate for a while. I've been thinking for a bit about upping it to 5,500 to make the you know, the stream even clearer. I think I'll try doing that and see if it drops any frames. We're just exploring now anyway. Not too much of a risk. Not too much of a risk. It's not like we're doing anything important. So if the stream starts dying because I upped the quality, then that's too bad. Really? Just those things? Really? It's gonna be running fine. Maybe I'll try 6,000 for a little bit. Is what I may try. Make sure that the picture is actually nice and crisp and clear. Hopefully not drop frames. So I might start trying, instead of streaming at 5,000 bitrate, might start trying streaming at 6,000 bitrate more often if it stays stable. Maybe. Because the clearer the picture, the better. Because sometimes my stream does get a little bit blurry, especially when there's movement and such. And I want the picture to be as clear and nice as possible.
Hello.
Hi.
For a hero's relic to be stolen, it's unheard of.
And just last month, the sword of the Creator was almost stolen too.
Also quite unheard of. What impudence.
Yeah, it's wacky, isn't it? Wacky things are happening. You wouldn't know anything about it, would you?
Some people are unhappy because they don't have the crest they want. And some are unhappy because
yeah, they don't get Crest Pro health.
Asked for.
Yoink. Birdland! Talk, please.
The coffin of Saros in the Holy Mausoleum should have held her remains. Instead, they say it held the sword of the Creator. What could it mean?
I don't know. Hi, Tomas.
Oh, hi. The head of the Western Church holds the title of bishop. That's not as distinguished as an archbishop, such as Lady Rhea, but it still comes with a fair amount of authority. If someone in that position plotted an assassination, I cannot help but think it must have been instigated by some outside force. There are bishops in the Eastern Church as well, but to speak frankly, they do not have much impact. They are under the influence of both the Archbishop and the Lesser Alliance.
Dang it, and their ability to voice grievances is quite limited. Thanks, Tomas. Appreciate the input. Hi.
Oh, that man I walked past earlier. That wasn't Lord Rodrigue, was it? House Fraldarius is a powerful noble family, linked to the founding of Fargus. Lord Rodrigue, its current leader, is a magnificent warrior. He's known as the Shield of Fargus. A dozen or so years ago, during the Northern Campaign in Srang, he performed splendidly as the king's right hand. Come to think of it, wasn't there someone from House Fraldarius amongst this year's students?
Yes, actually. Yes, indeed.
I am Rodrigue Achille Fraldarius. I bear the great honor of serving as a lord in the kingdom of Fargus. I have come in Margrave Gautier's stead to retrieve their stolen relic. However, as I hear it, a group of students is to attend to this matter. I sincerely hope no harm comes to any of them.
Don't worry, I'll make sure it won't.
You acquitted yourself honorably last month. To think they'd go into the Holy Mausoleum and assault the Goddess Tower. I cannot imagine the Western Church was acting on its own. Someone must have been helping them. As for the masked knight who escaped, his days are numbered.
Hey, that's Dunban's line.
Soon, so I can kill him myself.
You just took Dunban's line. How dare you?
Professor, I can't believe my own brother is the leader of the bandits. House Gautier is my true home. And his. Please, Professor. He really is one of the worst people I've ever known. But we share the same blood. We're still family.
Poor Sylvain. Poor guy. Alrighty. Well. Hi, Petra.
I have never had goings to the kingdom's north. I hear the people of North are cold and have much loneliness. Professor, I hear you have worked as a mercenary in the kingdom. Did you find joy in this? You cannot remember? Is that having possibility? I have amazement.
Well. Oh, gross, it's Caspar. Yoink! Hi.
I'm gonna keep training until I can beat you.
That's all he had to say? Thanks, Caspar. Thanks. I appreciate your input. My oh my.
So, you have a crest too, eh, Professor? Does that mean you're descended from nobility? You've certainly got the look for it.
I sure do wish there were more nobles like you, Professor. A teacher, a mercenary, and so very mysterious. How could a girl ever get enough?
Run away! Okay, hi. Hi, Linhart.
You and your class were at that fight in the Holy Mausoleum, right? I sincerely hope the holy artifacts are unscathed. I admit I wish I could have been there to see it all, even if it does make me queasy. But I was there too early. I'd gone first thing in the morning. At noon, one of the monks chased me out, saying I'd been there too long. Who were they to decide when I've been somewhere too long?
Poor Linhart. Hi, Annette.
Professor, if you're heading to the kingdom, I would recommend taking a coat. It's chilly.
A coat?
It also rains a fair bit. Don't get caught out there without protection, or you're sure to catch a cold.
I always have a coat. I'll have you know.
I thought school life would be peaceful and quiet, with a sprinkle of drama to keep things interesting. But since you arrived, it's been one thing after another. Is that just a coincidence, I wonder?
Yep. Maybe, maybe not.
What do you mean? I don't like the way you said that. Stop trying to spook me. Is it true that Lady Rhea entrusted the Sword of the Creator to you? I can hardly even fathom you being capable of wielding something of such power. Just who are you anyway?
Who are you? What's this? Yoink, I'll take it. That's probably Liza Thea's. Wait, who didn't I talk to?
Reminds me, the Leicester Alliance is governed through roundtable conferences between the 5 most prominent allied dukes, the 5 great lords. First and foremost is Duke Regan, the Alliance's leader. Joining him are the heads of House Goneril, House Gloucester, and House Ordelia. Lastly, there is the newest addition, Margrave Edmund. These 5 each have voting power in the conferences. Before House Edmund, it was House Daphne that was counted amongst the 5. However, it is said that the head of that family relinquished their vote to House Edmund, which had only recently risen to significance.
There's so much dialogue in this game. Holy crap. This is probably the most dialogue in any game I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, Professor. Don't you think everyone's making too big a fuss over these crests or heroes relics or whatever they're called? How important can that stuff really be?
I'm not sure.
Personally, I don't even care that I don't have a crest. I'll take muscles over crests any day. Heck, I'll take muscles over a hot meal.
Actually...
Alright, who's left to chat? Over here. Wait a second. Okay, I've covered this side. Time to go to the other side and see what's going on. Oh yeah, we have the side quest from Flane. Go do quickly. Maybe there's some notes in the box.
Right. You guys have it bad in your own way. But believe me when I say we've got it bad too. With all that happened last month, a great many knights were dispatched to the Western Church. And now we must set out for the Eastern Church, located in the far east of the Leicester Alliance. If I must die in Alliance territory, I wish it wasn't in the mountains in the middle of nowhere. I'd much rather go on a sightseeing trip to Deirdre. Oh, you don't know? Deirdre is House Regan's domain. It's called the Aquatic Capital.
Neat, let's see the notes. Usually enjoy sweets, but the traditional cakes from Enbar are a bit much for my taste. How could those have possibly become a traditional dessert? Sweet smell draws people in, flavor reminds people of the old days. Who cares? Traditions are meant to be broken. I know, flavor reminds people of the old days. You know, I didn't like that, not like it matters. This is a drawing of what looks like a student throwing trash on the ground. Punish whoever did this. Let's add trash bins all throughout the monastery. You should report this to the Archbishop. Let's add trash bins. Yeah, Sierra like that. Cool. Isn't that neat?
Okay. I've had a chance to spar with Gilbert of the Knights of Seros before. I couldn't get a single strike in. If that man is accompanying you on your assignment, you can rest assured that no harm will come to you. To be honest, he kind of reminds me of someone, but
that's
no,
a difference in hair color.
It must be my imagination, right?
Also, how could you not get a single hit in? His speed is abysmal.
Isn't it strange?
Near non-existent.
Body was missing from her coffin, but they found a sword in its place.
Do you think she moved from her coffin and left the sword behind?
I don't know. Okay, let's go pick up the crap by the statues. So yeah, now we can talk to that guy to upgrade the statues. Or technically not, since they're all maxed out. Oh, wonderful. Saint Statue's dwell looks so much better now. She will receive a special blessing for carrying out such an important task. Neat. Now in the Saint Statues. I know, they're literally all maxed. So I mean, you know.
See you again soon.
See you again soon.
Hey!
Alright. Hi, Ash. Hi.
So the whole plan to attack the monastery was some plot devised by the Western Church? That means they used Lenato. What right do they have to drag a good man like him into their schemes?
Poor Ash. Looks like there's some people to talk to over here. So we'll go do that. Run! I don't feel like this isn't gonna be too impressed his dad's here.
Think of it. The sword of a
Wow, he's not even
creator
talking about that.
belonging to the ancient king Nemesis. You have to master it as soon as you can. I can't wait to face off against such a legendary weapon.
Will do. Will do indeed. Hi, Cyril.
I heard about the things you did. I'm so glad Lady Rhea is safe. I figure you're a great person after all, Professor.
Thanks, Cyril.
Oof. This wasn't the first time I've taken part in an Alliance Roundtable conference, but it was still exhausting. There's not enough cooperation in that group, especially from Lawrence's father. But at least my grandfather was surprisingly alert. Judging by that, I'd say he's got at least 5 more years in him.
Well, we already know how long the time skip lasts in this game. Like, I don't know what happens in the Golden Deer route. I know, like, nothing about Claude's family. But considering he mentioned 5 years in him, if I had to guess.
The assassination attempt on Lady Rhea, the theft of a hero's relic. I am up to my ears in foul news of recent. Speaking of, there's a terrifying rumor swirling around Garreg Mach these days. Apparently, a spirit of death wielding a huge scythe has been kidnapping young maidens. Will the madness never end?
Don't worry about him. He's just a big pushover, as I found out. You don't have to worry about him at all. Turns out he's freaking easy peasy. In a hard classic, I had to strategize so much to defeat him, but here, surprisingly on Maddening, he was just a pushover.
Professor Hanneman's been acting a bit strange. Maybe he's made some kind of big discovery.
Like, maybe I'm just better at the game now or something, but I don't know. Hi, Hanneman.
Oh my, the crest of flames? Could it really? Yes, the actual crest of flames.
What, you want an autograph?
No, that is quite enough. I should compose myself.
Nice timing.
I must remain objective in my research. Objective, professional.
I respect your self-control.
The scandal with the Western Church troubles me. We cannot afford to let ourselves be swept along, and yet...
And yet, you don't get to finish that thought. Wait, does this show the crest of flames now? Whoa, it's so pointless to do that. Hi, Leonie.
Captain Gerald was all furrowed brow earlier. Do you know what's got him so concerned? If there's a problem, I want to help any way I can.
Where is Gerald anyway? Why don't you go ask him yourself?
I did, but he just dodged the question. Still, it's worrying to see him like that.
Well,
Hey, you.
Hey, you. There's this person over here who I can talk to, but it doesn't even show, like, that there's dialogue available on the map. That it's someone I haven't talked to.
Those Abyssian idiots. All they ever do is cause trouble.
Oh, it's maybe because he's a DLC one.
Purge the entire underbelly of Garreg Mach.
Wait, that's the same thing you said before. Maybe that's why. Because there's no new dialogue. Okay, maybe it's not glitchy and weird after all. I don't know. I didn't see Geralt at all on this exploration. Oh, Geralt was looking for you, that's why.
You must be rather bewildered by the power that was hidden within. However, know that I believe in you. I have no doubt that you will use that power justly. You will most certainly fulfill the grand destiny that the goddess has seen fit to grant you.
View quest. Oh, there's 2.
May I ask a favor of you?
It's not always easy to adjust to life here at the monastery. I'm sure that the transition has been less than comfortable for some of your students. Perhaps you can help them. Find 2 students in your assigned house who are struggling with life in the monastery and give them the herbs to alleviate their issues. Well, I'm gonna give them drugs to take away the stress.
May I ask a favor of you?
Okay. Cool. I understand that you sometimes extend invitations to have tea. I've been so busy lately. I would deeply enjoy the opportunity to share tea with you. I have never done this before. Because apparently this is a DLC tea thing. Invite Rhea to join you for tea. Note that this quest will expend activity points. Okay. Oh, it just automatically does it. Okay. I mean, time to pull up that site again. Yeah, so Rhea's apparently a DLC tea party guest. Oh, I can only give her Tea of the Saints? Really? Where'd all my other teas go?
I'm pleased to have been invited.
Maybe it's because it's a quest one?
I am grateful.
Whoops! I hit A to get rid of the text at the bottom, never mind. Well, this is the first time we've ever had tea with Rhea. What the heck? Certainly interesting. Hopefully I don't, you know, tick her off with something I ask, or else she's gonna condemn me to death like she does, you know, everyone that ticks her off. Alright, let's talk. School days. She likes that. I see. Well then.
Of course.
Children at the market. She likes that. I see. Okay. Overcoming weaknesses. Apparently she likes that.
I see.
Neat.
Have you grown accustomed to living in the monastery?
Apparently the valid answers are nod or disagree. Well, disagree.
Of course.
I don't know how you're supposed to ever guess the last ones without looking it up or just getting lucky. Well, what do you have to say? If I stare your face.
This crown is rather elaborate, but it has been passed down through generations of archbishops.
News to me. Okay, what's your other dialogue? What is it? What? There it is. Tell me.
It will be nice to gain a better understanding of each other.
I'm not so sure about that. Let's end.
How quickly this delightful time has passed. However, we must return to our work.
Yes. I'm gonna have to wrap up my stream soon and then start cutting it up into parts. Seeing how close we got to part 200. It's wonderful to spend time with someone dear to me. As we have days long since passed, should you wish to share a tea again, gladly accept. Okay. Oh, I got a bunch of teas for that. Cool. Hi, Sedith.
Ah, Professor. Gerald was looking for you.
Where is he?
It seems
wow, what timing!
If he is not in his room, then surely someone has seen him. Ask around.
My goodness. Visited Gerald.
Something to ask of you.
Gerald is looking for you. I last saw him near his quarters, but if he is not there, simply ask around. Okay.
I have something
then,
to ask of you.
Instructing your students should always be your foremost priority, but that does not mean you can grow complacent. You must keep up your own training as well. So taking on more missions and assignments is a good way to keep up with your training. Head out onto the battlefield to further hone your skills. Okay. Okay. Well. Let's go over here. Oh, I talked to Leone earlier.
Professor, are you looking for Captain Gerald? I just saw him in the Knight's Hall a little while ago. He was talking with a female knight, but I didn't get a good look at who she was.
Okay. And then what's this? Hi.
Don't you think Professor Hanneman's been acting a bit strange? Maybe he's made some kind of big discovery.
Oh, I have to gift, like, students who aren't quite feeling customs here. We need... give them herbs, right? Some with their self-value? Wait, I can do that on other months. So, I mean, I may as well, you know, do that on those other months. Yeah, so find 2 students in your assigned house who are struggling with lifetime monastery and give them herbs to alleviate their issues. I mean, it's barely gonna raise motivation anyway, so I might not have to save it.
Thank you very much.
Okay. And then hopeful herbs. It's for the other one. So we've talked to everybody that I can't. Oh, Need to go there for the quest. In the training area, but first... who's this? I was about to say, is it Tomas? Imagine. Hey, hopeful herbs. Hopeful herbs. Silent H, I guess you could use.
I appreciate your effort.
You have done well at fulfilling your duty as a professor. Look forward to watching you blossom here. Cool. How much renown do I have now anyway? Probably a lot. If I had to guess.
Oh.
Hi.
Oh, Gerald? He said something about visiting a grave. There's a graveyard attached to the monastery, so you'll probably find him there.
Okay, so it's that part of the game.
I can't remember where the graveyard is, but I bet Sedith knows.
Well, I can just go to it. I mean...
Oh.
Oh. Isn't that an interesting option, huh?
Right.
Hi. Time has worn away the name, which is now illegible. 11:39 to 11:59. Resting in the warm embrace of cherished memories.
Hey, I wanted to ask you to join me, but I couldn't find you. So, here I am. I was thinking we should visit your mother. She's resting beneath this humble grave.
Why is her grave here?
Oh, of course you would ask that. I wouldn't know where to begin. I suppose I haven't talked much about her. She was gentle and smart. Oh, so smart. A wonderful cook. Always kind to everyone. And she loved flowers. Whenever I brought her back an unusual flower, her face would light up. I cherish those memories. I can't count how many times she made me happy just by smiling. And she smiled the most when she was pregnant with you. She died right after you were born. She wasn't able to spend much time with you, but she loved you with all her heart. That's the truest thing I know. Never forget it. This ring is the only keepsake I have of her. In time, it will be yours. One day, I hope you'll give this ring to someone you love as well as I love her.
Well done.
Sweet.
You have my thanks.
So you found Geralt visiting a grave, did you? Interesting. I would not have expected him to know anyone buried here. Still, none of my business, I suppose. Neat. I should check how much renown I have at some point. Is what I should do. Yeah, now we've got some battlefield ones. Well, I might just use my other points for sauna. Is what I may do. To make it easier to make my other units kind of OP. Is what I may do, you know? Professor. Who's gonna need something spicy? Oh, Leonie's gonna need, like, axe trading and stuff, so... Let's go in with Leonie, how about? Because I would like to give you the Vantage Wrath Defiant crit build. Honestly. I think that'd be spicy. So, let's see if we can get a buff here. This is what we do. Oh my goodness. Well. Terrible luck for my unit, I guess. Okay, I'm out of here. Well. Yeah, I know I could have stayed in longer. But what you gonna do? Who else might need some spicy things? I mean... Wait, how many have I given it to so far? 1, 2, 3, 4. I go for 6 and then, you know, have that many students trained up that have that buff. Have that massive buff. Oh yeah, I might go for the crazy thing for Lorenz as well. Fine. Fine, Lorenz, you get some sauna time, I guess. I guess you get some sauna time. Look, he just doesn't care. My oh my. He just doesn't care about being here. He's like, whatever. Too good to be here. Well. Okay, he's glowing. He's glowing. Maybe I can get myself glowing. Maybe. If I do one more, who should it be? Balthus or Constance or something? I don't know. You know what, let's just work on making my nuke. Is what we'll do. I won't do any faculty training this exploration. Just a whole bunch of making it, you know, easier to learn stuff for these units. So I guess I now have my 6 that I'll be, you know, trading in the classroom. So I'll have 1 more in addition to that. Since we'll have 7 lesson points. Dang, I'm so close to the black line. Oh well, what you gonna do? Look, we're hyped! We're hyped about feeling refreshed. Okay, cool. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay. Finish exploring. Yes, instruct manually. Alright, we have our 6 that we'll be training up. I wish it showed like a little symbol to show like who was in the sauna and who wasn't. I actually have to open the menu here to see refresh +2. Yeah, that's a whole bunch of buffs when it comes to stuff like this. Do we already have mercenary unlocked? No, we don't. In that case, that could have been better, couldn't it have?
I see. It's all making sense now.
Sweet, now we can reclass him into mercenary to get advantage. So then, I mean, Axe is pretty high as is right now. We could always train him in flying, which he will get, like, after the midway point anyway. That he will be building up. What else, potentially? There's bow as a kind of typical thing to go down. Could always give him some flying experience. I don't know. Alright, I had Lorenz in there. Oh yeah, maybe I should change Claude's goals to not include swords anymore. Is what I should maybe do. So let's see here. Since he doesn't need to, yeah, he doesn't need to be learning swords anymore. So for now then, maybe he should learn just axes and bows for a little bit until we get to A in axes. And then he can focus on something completely different. Authority or flying, maybe? Maybe? Now then, who else did I go in with? I don't think I went in with Ignatz, did I? No. No, I went in with Lysathea. We're already at C in that. I should have really been training it up in the classroom instead of, you know, as a goal, so that we could get closer to getting it as a budding talent. What I should have done. You know what, let's just try to get this budding talent secured as soon as we can. Is what I think we'll do. Is what I think the play is. Hold on. Is your sword just so high because of, like, in-battle stuff, or is it a skill right now? Wow, wow, it's just from in-battle, huh? So we still haven't unlocked Pegasus Knight. Oh, I should have given you Lance experience because of that. Whoops. Whoopsie-doopsie. Well, what you gonna do? We'll get Lance closer to C and then see if we can get Darting Blow on her because it's really good. Now then, I know I went in with Leonie. She already has C in swords, so I may change her goals away. We'll have to give her some training in axes if we want the Vantage Wrath kind of OP build. Maybe I should change one of her skills to axes for a little bit. This is maybe what I should do. Maybe.
Getting the hang of it.
Leonie Smash! Okay, let's see her goals. Also, who's doing group tasks right now? Okay. Okay, I'll change it to riding for someone else later, once the little bit of flying that's needed is secured for a few units. Now, Leonie, yeah, you don't need sword anymore. It looks like you are already set to axes. So, in that case, we are going to do bow and axe for now. Is the new plan. Methinks. Yuria gave some training to. You have a budding talent in bows, interestingly enough. Yeah, let's get a spell for you first and foremost when you're in magic classes.
A bit more skill never hurt anyone.
Now then, could always try to get the budding talent. Just get the budding talent secured at some point.
A bit more skill never hurt anyone.
Neat. I don't think I went in with Byleth. I went in with Happy, right? Yeah, Happy was the last one that I went in with. We do have Axe budding talent. Let me just check what it is, though, on my spreadsheet. So it is a combat art for Exhaustive Strike, the thing that consumes all durability and adds 30% of it into damage. That's the thing where you can have like a training axe plus just delete somebody. That could always be spicy, I suppose. Let's try to get this to C first and foremost. Is what we can do.
Guess I learned a thing or two.
Ooh, I'm very glad I got that to C now, aren't I? And then we can just work towards getting a budding talent, I suppose. Now, the last activity point, who do I give it to, is the question of the day. Who should it be? Oh, how about Ignatz, so that we can put him in an intermediate class of magic at some point. Is a good idea. Get him his budding talent in that. Okay. That seems like a good idea. Let's go ahead and begin lecture.
I have a question.
Not allowed, Ignatz. I'm not very good at sharing my opinion. Usually I just go along with what everyone else thinks. I don't want to bother anyone. They'll appreciate your opinion, let yourself be heard. It's okay to be quiet and just listen. Take charge, don't let them walk over you. They'll appreciate your opinion, let yourself be heard.
I see. Thank you.
Maybe we'll give Ignatz a missing item on the next exploration or something. Shooting down our foes before they get near us, I can greatly reduce the risk of harm to my friends. With that in mind, my aim is to master bow skills. Any objections? Somewhere down the line, maybe. Not right now. Be doing that later. It's Yuri's birthday. Oh! Okay, back to my sheet here. Let's go to the page for Yuri. So apparently he likes Albanian Berry Blend, Honeyed Fruit Blend, and Saros Tea. Okay, I don't have any Saros Tea. What about Honeyed Fruit Blend? There it is. And Albanian Berry Blend is right there as well. So this is 3 stars. That's 2 stars. Let's go with Honeyed Fruit Blend in that
You asked me here
case.
for a reason, yeah? Well, at the very least, this should be interesting. You've got some refined taste. This is my favorite tea.
Offer some tea. Drink it. Drink it, nerd. That's right.
Tasty.
Tasty. Alright, let's talk. Strange fish in the pond. Apparently, he doesn't like that. Fodlan's future. He doesn't like that. So, books you've read recently. Apparently, that's the one he likes. Gifts you'd like to receive. Apparently he doesn't like that. The ideal professor. Nope. Someone you'd look up to? Okay. Seems like it keeps giving me just the last option. Keeping Abyss safe. Oh, he'd like that, wouldn't he?
My father. Never knew the guy. Don't have any interest in knowing him at this point either.
Apparently valid answers are admonish, chat, and praise. Neat. Perfect tea time. Fantastic. What do you have to say?
Charming, aren't I? I'm certainly not above using that charm to get what I want.
Nice wave. Alright, what's your other dialogue?
What is your deal? Do you always stare so openly? If you insist on it, you'll need to give me something in return.
Joke's on you. I have nothing for you. Open menu. Open up. There we go. End it.
Cool. Thanks for the treat, friend. Let's do this again sometime, yeah?
Neat. Neat. Get that charm stat up. Nice, nice. Group task?
I'm glad I get to work with you.
Of course, Marianne. You can always count on your old pal Hilda.
Thank you. I'll do my best.
Yeah, let's work towards getting both of them.
I'm so sorry, Hilda.
Starting glow.
I wasn't much help after all.
Yeah, but that's okay. I'm used to it. Give me some candy later, and we'll call it even.
Good. Wait, Marianne's flying level is already at what it needs to be to hop into Pegasus Knight briefly. I should change the group task up. Whoops. Whoops. My mistake.
Better than before.
Well, a few things went up.
I see.
Mastery is within my grasp.
Well, a few things went up a little bit, I suppose. I still need to get that to C. And then get Darting Blow. Alright, so then, we have the one more exploration day, or we have the one more open day, and then another one there. So instead of having 4 free days this month, it's just 3 total. So I'll probably do one more exploration and then battle. That'll be next time though. Before I wrap things up, let's see about certifications. Let's just get some more classes available. Yes, Claude can now go into Mercenary, which is very nice. Very, very nice, I gotta say. So we can get advantage.
Well.
But we want to get... Wait, what skill did we want first? Oh, we'll get hit plus 20 first from that class. It won't be a skill that I use like right at the end of the game, I don't think, but it can be handy for now. Considering hit rates. Oh, that's just for... It's for Dark Mage. I don't know how I'm gonna be using that. Yeah, may as well get some more classes available. May as well do it. You know? May as well.
Yeah, I passed.
You did it, Raphael. Okay. Yeah, let's just unlock some classes for nerds. Just unlock a few classes here. Use up a whole bunch of my intermediate seals.
I can't believe I did it.
You did it. Best believe it. Don't change into it, though. 64%, huh? Let's just unlock this one for now. Maybe we'll try going for that one next time. Maybe.
Perfect comprehension.
Indeed. Indeedly do. We really can't go into Mage yet. So we don't have reason at sea. Well. Let's unlock some more classes. Yeah, maybe at some point I should throw Leonie into a riding class so that she can get riding experience, even if it kills the speed stat a little bit. Like, just as a temporary kind of thing. Just to give her riding experience. Yeah, I am burning through intermediate seals. Holy crap. I sure burn through a whole lot of these, don't I? My goodness.
Huh? What a relief.
My oh my. Alright. So many intermediate seals. I'm gonna have to buy some more, aren't I? Gonna have to get some more seals. I should just get like 20 or something. That's what I should honestly do. A stat bonus. What, too? Oh.
That was a breeze.
Well, I'll take it, I suppose. Okay, yeah, we can give Happy another magic option. Ooh, and especially considering that she has access to Physic now, this could certainly be handy. But first and foremost, we'll max this class and get Fiendish Blow on her. Then she'll have Fiendish Blow and Darting Blow and be freaking insane. You know? Okay, before I forget, let's buy some intermediate seals. This is what we'll do. Let's buy like 15 or something. There we go. There we go. Let's go ahead and actually save. As I've forgotten to do sometimes. I have 184 hours in now. My goodness. Oh boy. Anyway. Yeah. About time to wrap up the stream initiative. Let's skip today. 0% of people rested, huh? Well. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap things up. So thanks all who stopped by and hung out for this stream that went on much longer than I thought it was going to. Yeah, I'm out of here. So see ya.